What's going on, YouTube? It's the Halloween Hunters here, and we're gonna be working on the 70 some more, doing some more sanding. I'm gonna try to finish it today, but I wanted to give you a little update. We picked up a 1958 Cadillac rear end. What do you call this? The whole back end of the 58 Cadillac. We picked this up yesterday. Me and Cam went. Drove about an hour. Luckily, it's not crazy heavy. We were able to load it up into the truck, into the trailer, and bring it on home. So the reason we bought this is because I need a driver side fender. Basically, the whole fin, the taillight housing, and all this. So fenders for the rear ends, you know, they don't come up very often for sale. Usually when they do, they're really expensive because people like to make couches out of them. A lot of, you know, classic 50 diner restaurants will make couches or table booths and stuff out of these. So they usually go for a high dollar. Found this one pretty local, and it's already been cut off. It was already cut off the car, and the fenders are good. There's no rust. This is just a little surface right here, just a little patina. So it's in really good shape, and we needed a driver fender. Also, it came with the chrome, which is cool, and it has the Cadillac right there, which mine doesn't have, so I'm going to use those. So if we walk over to our 58 rust bucket over here, this rear quarter and mainly the fender is pretty rotted. This whole fender is just Bondo, the whole thing, all the way down to this piece here where the taillight goes. It's all Bondo. So I needed to replace this. So the goal is to cut it, you know, somewhere around there. Cut this off, and you can see the Bondo. And it looks like the fender itself is pretty crunchy, pretty bent. So that's not happening today. That'll happen eventually. You can see all this is Bondo and cracking. All Bondo, dude. It's crazy. That fender on that side is good though. That one's solid. So we also picked up a 58 gas tank, which is used on commercial cars. So hopefully that's good. We could save that. But yeah, it's one of the things when I do this car, you know, I'm going to take my time on it. So I wanted to do it right, and I didn't want to just sand down and re-Bondo this fender. I wanted to replace it. So that is what happened. I was on the internet looking up 58 Cadillac parts and found this. Also found this Jetaway trans that we bought. So there she is. So the goal is to cut this fender off, you know, the same way until about here, cut straight down, and then cut right underneath this, I guess, like bullet part, right underneath that all the way. We don't need the bottom half. So that will solve that problem. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that beat up Bondoed one and attach it here, and then we are gonna turn this into a couch for our shop that we're building eventually. Who knows whenever the hell that'll start. So that's the plan with that. So we're gonna take this good fender, put it on the car, take the bad fender, put it on here, and make a couch out of this. So we'll have a Cadillac couch. We're gonna take the messed up, rusty out front end fenders and hood, front of the hood, and make a toolbox out of that, since I need new fenders and a hood for that. So we're gonna build the 58 as well as we can with real metal, real parts. And then with all the rusty parts, we're gonna make cool art pieces and tools and stuff. So let's get back up to the 70 because we have a lot more sanding and body work to do today. Alrighty, so been working out here for a few hours on this. My welder is really pissing me off. It is a very cheap, basic at-home welder, but still. So here's what we got. It's looking a lot better. So what we did is, you know, we bent it this 90 degrees here. I gotta retighten the bolts that go through this piece. It goes underneath and gets bolted in. As you see, it's still loose. So I gotta bolt those 2 bolts, and then we just welded, you know, little spot welds a whole bunch of times, and then grinded it flush. And then I wanted it to be as smooth as possible, so I put a little bit of Bondo filler to make sure all the weld is smooth, and then I'm going to sand that down, and then we'll prime it. We'll have a nice new fender patch. Haven't even started the other side. This side was being such a pain this morning. So yeah, so that's almost done. Ow, fucker. God damn it. Pretty much the rest of the body is good. Sanded these corners down. I just have to get in here still. For the most part, I've done that on this side. Still needs a little bit of filling here and there because, you know, it's fiberglass and it is a pain in the ass. This side's pretty much done, except for, you know, the fender. So this is gonna be a lot harder on this side. If you go back to the last week's video, you guys can see how that side looked before we fixed it up. This one is going to be a real pain. A real pain. But we gotta do it, and it's good practice for the future. It's the way I like to see these things, you know. Work on my own car so that one day somebody wants to pay me to work on theirs, I'll have already experienced how to do it. This side was the easier side, and it's looking pretty good. The goal was to finish all the bodywork today. That way we could paint it next week. That's not gonna happen. I think it's gonna have to be pushed back one more week. I don't think I finished painting. I don't think I finished the bodywork this week. I think it's gonna have to wait till next week to finish the bodywork. Just because those in between gutters take so much work, and behind where the back door is and those corners take so much work. I've been sanding and filling and sanding and filling in those cracks in that fiberglass there, and it's been a pain in the ass. So decided instead of doing that today, I would try to finish at least this one side. It actually looks really good. I was a little nervous when I first started welding because the welder was being stupid. So, and I bought one of these nice weld magnets, and I gotta say I really like this thing. It's pretty dope. The only thing about welding magnets is they pick up everything because they're so strong, so that kind of sucks. But it was very helpful because most of the time on a car you don't have anywhere to clamp your ground, so having the magnets pretty helpful. I also wanted to finish bodywork today because my garage is a mess. I wanted to clean up the garage today, but that's not going to happen either. We also still need to do the headlight bezels here that are flaking apart. These need to be sanded down, and these are not going to be easy either. These are going to be a pain in the ass to sand down. So we still have to sand both of these down. And the gas door is easy though. But the gas door and these need to be sanded. Oh, I forgot. The skirts need to be sanded too. Oh, yeah, it's definitely not getting done today. And I kind of wanted to start decorating a little bit for Halloween and put up my 12-foot skellies. The 12-footers out today, but I don't know if that's going to happen either. We'll see. So I'm just letting that little bit of filler putty dry. I'll sand down the rest of that by hand, and then we'll put some primer on it and see if there's any other little spots that I need to touch up. But it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So hopefully I can do a good job on the other side as well. Alrighty folks, there you go. One fender done. Looks pretty damn good. Is it the best fender patch I've ever done? Nope. Is it the worst I've ever done? No. But I tell you what, it looks a lot better than a huge rust hole. It looks pretty straight. I just sprayed the primer, so it's all wet. That's why it doesn't look very even. I'm gonna let it dry. I see like one little pinhole right there, and I could use a little bit more sanding right there, but other than that, it looks really good. So, still need to tighten those bolts up, and I'm not gonna do the other side today, but I did put up one of the skellies. So, put up the normal skelly. This is actually in my room because I'm crazy. And then I also got the Inferno. He's brand new in the box. I've never opened him. I bought him last year. Cam found him for me. No, was that 2 years ago? No. I think he was last year. Whenever the first year he came out, I got him. And then Skelly's up. So, what else do I want to do on this video? I think I want to put up that Skelly today, but we'll see. I've never built the Inferno, so I don't know how different it is. I'm guessing it's not really too different from the standard Skelly. But that looks so much better, man. I am so excited. I'm so excited to drive this car with a beautiful, fresh paint job. I think I'm gonna get in here too. I'm gonna sand inside the wheel wells and repaint that because it's pretty ugly in there. Probably just do flat black. But I'm excited. We've gotten most of this work done actually really quick for how much body work really needed to be done. So I'm excited. Like I said, won't be able to do the painting next week. It's gonna have to be probably one more week, but we have two big hearse shows coming up on the 22nd and the 29th, I think, and I wanted this to be ready for those, but I don't think it'll be ready for the first one. It might be ready for the Halloween show, the second one, but at the same time I don't want to rush it and leave parts, looking ugly. So I'll just keep working and updating you guys. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. I think I'm done for the day. Was able to put up the Inferno pumpkin, but his eyes are not working right. I'm very upset. He's brand new in the box. I bought him the first year he came out and have never used him. This is the first time I've opened the box. And his lights are working, but his LCD eyes are like, they look like they got hit with a hammer because they're just all fuzzy. And then his eyes aren't even working now. So I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to look into that more tonight when it's darker and I can see better. So at least I got some Halloween decorations up and finished filling all those little pinholes I was talking about on this fender. So this side is done. Bolted it up. And now we have one fender done. Now I just got to do the other side and finish the back of this car. I'm gonna have to do it next week. So I'm gonna go back and let's go check out the 58 one more time. So thank you guys for watching. This has just been kind of a bodywork update and 58 part retrieval update. This thing is beautiful. I wish our hearse was as solid as this, man. I would just leave this patina. Looks beautiful. But since this 58 is so far gone, we need to use some other parts. So it's gonna be a mission getting all the parts. Like I said, we're not gonna start this car probably till next year. I don't want to start this car until we have this 66 ambulance on the road running and driving. I want the 70 to be fully painted, and I want the 64 also running and driving on the road. Once all three of those coaches are fully built, I'll have some friends who I'm going to help get their coaches on the road. And then once those ones are on the road, we will start taking this thing apart, start cutting it up, start taking all the chrome off of what's left of the chrome. So I love this car so much. Just wish it wasn't in as horrible condition as it is, but that just means when I'm done building it, I'm gonna love it even more. Just like the 70, with how much work I've put into that car. And that car was in way better shape than this one. Damn. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I've said that a few times already. We've been Halloween Hunters here. Thanks for checking out our coach builds. We have like over 600 something subs now, which is pretty cool. So I'm glad that a lot of you guys find this interesting and come back every week or whenever we post videos, because it's always random, and watch us build these cool cars. So thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. Catch y'all next week.